Welcome to my second video after I fixed the sound. Now, what I'm doing right now, what I'm going to be telling you, and many of the things, if we go into the past or all or any of my videos, I just want to let you know is I don't know anything at all. I look and I see something that seems like something. I try to explain to you what I see if I possibly can, and either A, you stick with me and you try to understand it, or you just don't understand it at all. Anyways, I want to show you a sequence, okay, in the series of pi that I have not finished yet. And I know when I am finished, you will see pi in a different fashion, because pi and formation, I found the formation that can exist inside pi, and it basically works in the knowledge of 3, 6, and 9, which is ESP. It's standard. What happens is anything you multiply by 9 and add it up to the single digit will always, okay, if you use the 9 numbers, it will always come back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It will be 5, 4 equals 9, 6, 3 equals 9, 2, 7 equals 9, etc. In the first formation of pi, there's two ways to look at pi. Because pi is 3.1415, etc., etc., what you can do with pi is, first of all, bring it into the 7 world. So anytime you mark down a number, whatever's missing towards 7, you have to write down that number. Another way of doing pi is multiply every number by 3. Once you multiply every number by 3, it shortens, okay? It closes the gap. You only have 3 numbers left. That's it. 3 times any number will always be equal to the number in the state of 3, 6, and 9. For example, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And then it starts over. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. And this is simple geometry. Most people who study in the geometric world, can we say that? The geometric world? They'll 100% say, yes, that's basically true. Because they know. They know how it works and they can explain it all. I'm learning from the ground up. In fact, I have to create situations and look at it and say, oh, I see something, before I believe anything at all, because I don't know the mathematical fiction or equations. But this is what happens to pi. Now, I'm not sure which formation I want to put it in, but right now I'm using it as in boxes of the face. The first part of pi is 3.1415. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 3. And 3 times 1 again is 3. Then we have 5. 3 by 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. Then we have in order to get the 9, okay, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 3 times 9 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9. So when you do it, all the numbers, this is what you get. 3, 3, 3, 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9. 6, 9, 6, 3, 9, 9, 6, 9, 6. 3, 9, 6, 9, 3, 9, 9, 6, 9. 6, and this replaces all your numbers in pi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 81 numbers. Do we have anything that comes out the same? Yes, but they're in the wrong areas. Now, what do we do with 0? What do you want to do with 0? 0 is 1.5. 3 times 1.5, or if 0 is 1.5, or 1 and 5 is together, add it up to 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 0 to 9. So that means every time you hit a 0, okay, it automatically covers everything in between. I'm assuming I'm doing this alone. If there were others around, we can throw around the stuff. Smart people, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, before I go on, I got to take a little break. The jack is free, but the ball is stuck. Why shouldn't we roll the ball? Why do we have the X out? Because we can have all the X's we have out in the world, right? But until the ball is on the table, life and heads do not roll. Off with the head, said the queen. Of course, the uniqueness of the queen. So now that we did, like I showed you, I want to show you that something else that I came upon. I'm sitting at Shiva tonight, and I started listening to the words, haaretz, and some Hebrew words, and I'm going, oh my God, these Hebrew words sound like English and French. So I say to the guy, what's a haaretz? And he starts to tell me, and I go, you know what, for me, haaretz has to do with something with a tree. I see it so clearly. Other things in Hebrew, achat shtayim, shalosh. Hold on, shalosh right away, boom, 3, shalosh. But when you go achat, I go, what, I live in a hut? Shtayim, shalosh, arba, chamesh, sheva, shmoina, tesher, eser. When you read Omer backwards and put the R at the end to the beginning, it says Rome. Now yes, I see somebody's coming on to ask me a question and make a comment. Yes. I don't know what I'm talking about. It really doesn't make a difference. All of that. But we're not looking for the sensibility. We're looking for the dragon. Things that drag on and extend into another realm. That bring one phrase, one word, one letter, one design, one dot over to the next side. Don't forget, all they had to do is dot and they would find it. And if you want to know how the dots can work, let me explain it to you. If I was taking this pen and I dipped it in ink or paint and I rolled it, okay, whatever's sticking out on here will go onto the board. When you roll it, whatever's not sticking out, you won't be able to see. So you'll see the design on here, but you won't see it on the paper. The other words I wanted to speak was about 1, 3, and 5. It's just so amazing. 1, 3, and 5, they're just so amazing. If you add up the alphabet at the end, I think you get 351. If you take away the vowels, which equal 51, part of 351, you get 315 plus 51. 315 plus 51 is 366. That's the days of the year. No, I have to do it another way. It's 351 minus 51 equals, no, there's something wrong, 315 and 51. No, I made a mistake somewhere. Anyways, another thing I wanted to show you, somewhere on here, when we sat Shiva, this was in the book, so I'm looking at Rome, I'm looking at the mother, I wrote down haaretz, it means like to stop and to go. But the other funny thing that I saw is Rome, okay, can actually also say more, M-O-R-E. It can also say Mimor. I don't remember what that means. More, and when you say Rome, the French, if you think about it, you slack off on the R, because the R and the H, okay, are in the same family. So you get which would mean man, R and H in the same family. Angel resident, A-N-R, H. Did you know R and H are almost alike? A-C-H-E. Oh, we got the air conditioning on, he's in the house. Isn't that what they called him? He was a Hebrew. So they mixed it all up. That's what they knew. He was a Jewish. Hebrew and Jewish. Hebrew and Jewish. Is that the way they chose it? He's a brew. It's a witch's brew. They made something up. And then at the end, they all made a prayer. They said Jewish. Isn't that enough for a prayer? In French, if you say the first part of Jewish to a French guy, and just tell him the first 2 letters, it's J and E, it says I. And he knows the rest in English is a wish. Jewish and the Hebrew, it's like the witches brew when they're brewing something up. What else do we talk about? There's so many things. I had a couple of drinks yesterday. Listen to what I say. I never want to drink again. That's how terrible I felt. That's how terrible I felt. And my drink was only one of these. See how big it is? A little bit of ice and filled with vodka. And fast. Because is there really any pleasure in drinking when it all tastes like crap? Many, many places to go, many things to do. What do I know? What's the show? What's on the blow? On the blower. It means what's on the horn. Don't sound the alarm. I'm charmed. So anyways, we're going to jump on and try and jump into a whole new world. Yesterday, twice. You notice in front, there used to be a mirror here. Twice I knocked it on the floor. The second time it shattered on me. And I always wanted to be able to show off, like, here's my messy desk. And you can see the pig. And then there's all these gadgets and movies and barrel monkeys, and then you just lift it up a little bit higher, and then you got, can you see my desk and the wall? They're like one piece. Then you go up top, and you lift it up. Anyways, I'm not quite sure. I'm a little out of it. I'm still feeling a little sick from that alcohol. Please, 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 if you drink, know it tastes like crap, okay? Don't drink too much, don't overdrink, don't complicate your life, don't get into your car drunk, just don't. Yesterday I got into my car, I came home, I says, okay, I got an 11-minute drive. I said, but I'm a little too drunk to drive. And I really didn't have more than 3, 4, 5 ounces. Am I lying to myself? So I couldn't go home, and I ended up going home after, and I still feel like somehow I didn't feel totally illegal in my car, but I felt positive enough to be able to go onto the road. I had nothing to blow into so when I left, and in fact, they whipped it down. Okay, that's the end of this video. Oh yes, the other thing I wanted to show you is there's many ways. If you're doing it in the front way, you add them up this way, this way, this way. Then you add them up this way, this way, this way. Then you add this angle, then you add that angle. We'll do the first one. 9, 21, 24, 24, 21, 9. Mark it here. 9 and 9 is 18 and 3 is 21. So this is what's going to happen. You have to understand that in between this number here, okay, and between this number here, there's 3 difference. In order to meet in the middle, it would have to be 1.5. In order to meet in the middle of 3 and 9, you have to go to 6. 1.5 goes into 6 4 times. So they'll all be able to, you'll be able to, by having these numbers, and these are the same numbers as all the numbers in pi. It goes, this follows pi all the way down the road. And the numbers, they go on top of each other. And then they go on top of each other. And then they go on top of each other. Boom, bang, bing, bingo. You got a pyramid. Because it's families that grew on top of each other with the other numbers. Did you follow my jargon? I don't know all the ways, but I know there's mathematicians out there that'll take a look at this and go, oh yeah, we'll do this with it. Or they'll come along and say, that's bull. 3 times everything. This entire world, once multiplied by 3, will always be 369. When you add up 369, you end up with 18. One came from 36 creation. The other comes at 39, which is perfect, which means 10. It's an expression of 1039, and also comes with the letters STRU, which says Rust, Nibiru, whichever way you want to look at it. When you have 3, 6, and 9, when you multiply 9 by 6 is 54, and then you multiply it by 3, you get 162. So if we're looking to do it this way and then this way, 9 times 6 is 54, 9 by 6 equals 54, and then it is 54 by 3 equals 162, and that's 9 again. But this time, the final 9 comes out with 1, 2, and 6 because of the numbers. You see, they switch because like I said, we add them, we multiply them, we work them. We work the numbers until we find something we understand. And then we see if the formation is the same, completely exact formation. Then we'll play with the numbers. Once we understand the formation of everything, we can go play with the numbers. And they're going to find, 369, they're going to find a board. How many boards do you have to do before one of these boards are exactly the same? Don't forget, the first 0, check, 9, 18, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32nd one is a 0, and 3 plus 2 is 5. And what position is the 0 in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position. So 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The 18th one, 1 and 8, is 9. 5 position. 9 is in the 5 position. Einstein. 5 and 9 is 14. 14 and 14 is 28, 1 moon. ST is 39, and then 28 again is Einstein. It also announces 1776. But like I said, I do all this stuff out here. Nothing really makes sense in the far out fashion until you ask the question because you're interested. Then we can find the actual detail because I don't know all the questions. I can just say, okay, this is the number. Everybody's going to go, the number to what? To your girlfriend? It's going to be my girlfriend. I ain't got a girlfriend. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. What else is there? Don't know. Oh my God. Oh, yesterday? Talking chemtrails? You know what's funny? Near our airport, right near the Dorval Airport, there was a small explosion. Not a big explosion, just a very, very small explosion. And into the air went a white dust. They said it was a white dust. We know it was chemtrails near Dorval Airport sometime last week. Chemtrail, something to do with the chemtrail bag or whatever it is that they use. It blew up. They didn't say it was that, but I'm assuming it was that. Especially when they said there were 3 centimeters of snow. Yeah, over an inch of snow. It snowed. The same stuff that falls down. I would have liked to get a sample of that and see what it is. If anybody watches these videos that hangs around Dorval and knows what I'm talking about, go grab a sample of that. I'd like to know what it is. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I want to thank all those I communicate with here online for being honest and true, and if you're not, eventually we won't be together. So thank you. Thank you, Stu. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Alfred. Thank you, for sure, Zach. Thank you, Western Front. Hoffman. I don't see much of his stuff, but for some reason, there's something about him I like. He's got a good energy. Jessica, Vesica, she's also got a good energy, make you laugh. Laughing is so important in this world. Who else is out there? Muhammad, and my YouTube. I really like to say, if anybody ever asks what religion I'm not any religion other than the creator of this planet. However, he has placed himself, in the best of my knowledge, inside the words in some books that I may read. He is present. Or it could be she, or just an it. Because you want to see it? Right here. If you do this, it's 4. If you do this, it's 4. But 2 never move. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching, and I'm hoping you all have a beautiful summer. Don't rush. You don't want to be a Russian. It's not the same as the rest of the world. When you rush in, the time you are out, it's not that you're rushed in and rushed out. But what happens when you rush, They rush you over to the yellow ambulance because you've rushed just once too often. Stay according to plans. Go slow. When you're slow, the anxiety is low. When you go fast, it's high. It's the way it goes. I'm just another guy. Thank you for watching. Raphael, 7286. All alone tonight. I'm not feeling good because I drank. And I know I talk too much, but you know what? Like I said, it goes into my star. Ron, what you doing? Are we ever going to watch this video again? It's going to go into my star. You think I've ever seen this video? Sure. Everything I repeat up here. Starlight, star bright. Be my love and heart tonight. I love you all. It's all to go. Many things we just don't know. It's time to be, and it's just a school. We must live by the golden rule. Honesty and don't cheat, because the one you cheat at the end is yourself. Although you don't know it or understand it, it's what they call the continuation of the fate and the ways of your life. Thank you.